Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're fishing again in the fjords of Norway. I will show you around. Just not often we see a blue sky here. Today we're going to fish with a Bombarda and some flies, and if that doesn't go to plan, then we'll change over, whack on a few lazy lures, try and get a little bit deeper. Target species today is pollock, hopefully a cod or two on the fly. I'll set up the Bombarda for you guys now, show you how to set it up, what a Bombarda is, what it does, how to fish it, and we'll move on from there. So fingers crossed, a couple of good sized fish in the fjords for us today. A little bit windy, blowing from the northwest, so it's blowing across my back. So we should be in good stance for today. So quick look around, show you where we are. So fishing down here off this rock face here. There's a lot of kelp in and amongst that rock in the last 20 yards, so we'll fish on there and see how we get on. Right, I'll be back shortly. Let's see what we can catch. Right everybody, let me show you the setup for the Bombarda system. So we started right at the bottom. So the rod itself, as you have seen before in videos, is the Abu Garcia Devil, 40 to 80 gram, and the Abu 7000 reel on there. We're using 40 pound 8 strand braid, and up at the top I'll run you through now the Bombarda setup. So you have your regular FG nut tied to your mono. On that, a small stop bead just to protect that knot there. Hope you guys can see that okay. And this is the Bombarda. Okay, so this is a 30 gram intermediate Bombarda, so it will sink in the water a little bit, but not too rapidly. But that's the Bombarda, so it's tied on this way with the tail to your rod tip and the weight on the front. So attached to that then on the back side is another bead just to protect this knot here on the swivel. Tie on size 2.0 swivel. You can make these smaller or bigger depending on what you're fishing for. If you're fishing for sea trout, for example, I'd make those as small as possible. Definitely as small as possible. Between the two beads then I have a 100-pound line. This is in order for when the fly is cast out, that this 100-pound line will assist with flicking the fly away from the Bombarda system. So when you're casting, you stop the line going out with your finger, and that will then stop the Bombarda, which will then flick the fly forward. So 100-pound between two swivels, and then attached to the swivel, depending again on what you're fishing for, this line can be anywhere from 2 pound, even a pound if you're fishing for small fish, all the way up to what I'm using now, which is 50 pound. And on the business end of that, we have a olive green jiggy fly. Now I'm using this this jiggy fly because it's a little bit heavier than normal. There's a little bit more wind blowing, so I'll just give it that little bit extra flick away from the rod system, from the Bombarda system. So that's basically it, guys. Now there you go, bead, Bombarda, another bead, swivel, 100-pound line, another swivel, 50-pound line, and then your fly. Now if you're using very, very light lures, you can use this system too. So this is for like your Rapalas, if you're using 8 gram Rapala lures, things like that. The length here, I have 2 foot here. You can make this as long as you want. The 100-pound, a foot is enough. About 1 foot is more than enough. So if you go a bit longer, you're probably going to get tangled up and stuff like that. So just be aware of that. And again, when you cast out, cast it as far as you can. Stop the line going out with your finger. If you're a bit fragile on the skin, put a glove on. Just stop that line so that the fly can flick right out, and then give it, I don't know, 30 seconds, a minute, depending on the depth of your water, and just give that fly a chance to get down, get the Bombarda a chance to level out, and then it's just like spinning. Just reel back, reel back, reel back. Stop, start, all the rest of it. So we'll get down on the mark now. We'll have a few casts. Got my fingers crossed for a good day today. Really hope the sound is going to be good on this one. I've been really struggling with it, so let's get down there. Let's see what we can pull off. Can of course change out the fly if it's not doing any good. I have plenty, so we'll see what we can get out of here anyway. I've just put new line on this reel today, so I don't want to throw out too quick, cast out too hard and get a wind knot or anything like that. So I'll just take it easy for the first few casts. The tide is dropping. For some reason, fish is better in here on a dropping tide. I don't know why, but it does. So all you're doing, look, it's the same as spinning. Just little tweaks, little touches. Just making sure that the jiggy fly is actually jigging. That's what you want it to do. Here's the first wind knot of the day. Can we get that out? We can. Yes, success. Probably stuck now, but alright. This wind is too much. We'll go around the other side of the rock and fish that side. There you go. You just cast it out and then just stop the line so that it just flicks that fly away from the Bombarda. Good. I always count in my head like first cast 20 seconds, nothing. Okay, drop it 10 seconds. Next cast, if you're still nothing, drop it again 10 seconds. But obviously don't drop it so much or you're going to get snagged up. I'm going to let this sink down again now. I'll count down to 30, 40 seconds. Like I say, if we don't get anything in a few casts, let's change up the fly. And if nothing happens on the fly, then we'll change over. And I've got the lazy lures with me, so we can go over the other side and fish in the deeper water. I'm really hoping for some action on this side first. Might even mean I need to lengthen the hook length a little bit down to the fly. Could be a little bit. It should be fine. It could be a little bit too short. Don't like the way that line is going through there. End up with wind knots. With the Bombardas as well, I should also add you can get them in different weights. You can get floating ones, sinking ones, intermediate ones, all different weights from I don't know, probably 10 grams up to 50 grams, maybe even more than that. It's not a system that's used very often in the UK, I believe. Here in Norway, not so much, but there are people using it. I think it's very popular in Denmark. So again, just change up your tactics. You know, you can do fast retrieve, slow retrieve. You can give it some long pulls, some short ones, whatever. Like I say, it's a bit like spinning for mackerel and such like. Let's let this sink down a little bit longer. We'll give it a minute this time. Pretty deep water here, so. So the beauty with this is if you enjoy fly fishing, you also enjoy spinning. It's a combination of both. Here comes the wind knots. Okay. And we're back. We're back. A few moments later. I think it was a schoolboy error on my behalf that I overspooled the reel when I filled it up this morning. So hopefully that's the end of the wind knots. Let's hope so. Yes, people. Good to be out again. You're fishy, 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 fishy. Going into the shelf now. Yeah. Oh, fish on, guys. We got one. Fish on. Yes. Oh, finally. Take back everything I said about flanking. Right on the shelf it was. In the graveyard. Come on now, don't snag me up in the weeds. What the hell of a scrap? I don't know what this is. I don't think this is a pollock, is it? Ah, it is. Little pollock. The wee pollock. Put up a good fight, that one. Finally. Yes. Yes. After all this time. Gosh. Took some time getting it, guys and girls, but we bloody got it. Yes. Lovely little pollock. Nicely hooked in the lip. The metal lure. Let's get that out. Come on now. Don't want to give it up. There we go. Beautiful. Right, let's get him back. Let's get him back. Yes. Hours and hours and hours of casting. And I got caught red-handed. Hey, get in, lad. Right, let's try that again. That was in the graveyard. I think I've ever been so bloody happy to catch a pollock in my life. Been tough going here today. Right, let's do that again and see if we can produce a decent. Okay guys, that was it for today. Not a successful trip. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial on how to use a Bombarda system. One small pollock out today, not the best. I'll be back again shortly. Hopefully we get a few fish, a few good ones. So we'll be trying again with bait next time. So from me in Stavanger, I wish you all tight lines, and if you wouldn't mind, give that subscribe button a little click and a thumbs up like if you wouldn't mind. Thanks very much guys, and I'll catch you all on the next one.